Hello, everyone. Today we'll be talking about effective workplace communication in your immigration center. According to a data by Collective, 45% of US workers are dissatisfied with the senior management's way of communicating with them, and 62% reported that they preferred face to face conversations with their CEO regarding updates. In a world that introduces new migration consultancy every minute, you need to make sure that your company is competitive enough to stay in the market. This can be done by making sure that your pool of employees is competent and loyal to you. Now, before you think about raising their salary, know that most people tend to lose monetary motivation after some time. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, people find motivation in other things such as belongingness and recognition once their basic needs are fulfilled. Thus, you need to make sure that your employees in your immigration center communicate their needs effectively. Some of the ways you can have effective workplace communication in your immigration center are listed here. Number 1. Establish foundation, gain trust, and stimulate feedback session. According to American Psychological Association, almost 1/4 of employees do not trust their employers. This is the reason they tend to have miscommunication, leading to misunderstanding in their company. The importance of effective communication in the workplace is strongly felt by companies today. Thus, a lot of them are investing in training to improve communication skills. An employer needs to realize that every employee wants to feel like a family member in an organization. You have to involve yourself in conversations with the employees about topics other than their work, say their families, hobbies, birthday, favorite sport, and so on. This way, you can establish a foundation for a relationship and set an example of what your immigration center culture is like. However, you need to ensure that everything that they share with you is confidential and will not leave your ears. By doing so, you will gain your employees' trust and loyalty, since they will feel a certain connection with you. According to Leigh Branham, author of 7 Hidden Reasons Employees Leave, people leave their jobs because there isn't enough feedback or coaching. You must ensure that enough feedback is being provided to your employees regarding their work. The employers can do so by conducting weekly one-on-ones with the employees or discussing informally during breaks. Number 2. Treat everyone in your company as equals. In a globalized world where people migrate from one country to another in search of better jobs or education, you need to understand that your employees in your immigration center aren't going to have the same background. Right from their appearance to their goals in life, they will differ. So, in order to understand them better, you need to spend quality time with each of them. It doesn't have to be a lunch or a dinner date. A regular or weekly session on their performance goals and their expectations can have a similar effect. This will also promote effective workplace communication in your immigration center. As an employer, you also need to make sure that you aren't favoring one person over the other. This is sometimes done unintentionally by the employers. So make sure that you aren't spending a lot of time with just 1 or 2 employees. According to Cheryl Connor, entrepreneur and communication expert, most of the employees feel disgruntled because their bosses are biased in their treatment. Mostly, the biased behavior of the employers tend to dissatisfy their employees. Thus, try to avoid this behavior so your employees know they are cared for equally. By doing so, the outsiders will also know that the immigration center is conducting best practices. Number 3. Engage your employees in team building exercises. Everyone loves games. You and your employees do too. One of the ways companies can enhance team spirit and unity is by participating in team sports and exercises. An immigration center that has team members instead of employees will also promote effective workplace communication. One of these activities could also include setting SMART goals for the company. This will provide a platform where you and your employees from different departments can meet, have fun, and know each other. You can separate 1 day a week or 1 day in 15 days to organize these kinds of activities. You will also be able to show your employees that you are one of them. Thus, there will be a chance to communicate better and have an effective workplace communication. Number 4. Avoid mistakes in written communication. People make mistakes all the time. A lot of confusions arise due to the mistakes in emails and letters sent inside an organization that might hamper its internal communication. They need to be specific, and even a single spelling error can lead to a lot of confusion. Let's go back to when you had 20 employees in your immigration center that failed to perform in a major event. Imagine they replied that the email you sent about the event had a different date than the one it was actually in. So, you rechecked your email and saw that you had written the date as 16th November 2017 instead of 16th October 2017. This is only one of the examples of what could go wrong if your written communication has any error. For agency business, it is even more crucial, as a single wrong letter in client's name could cause a lot of slack in their process. You need to make sure that your written communication is clear and specific. Also, you have to review it at least twice before sending it out in order to correct any errors. Number 5. Keep the workflow of the company transparent. If you are working in a team, then everyone in it should know where they're heading to and have read so far. Nobody likes unwanted surprises, especially regarding their work, such as extra work at the last minute. In order to minimize or even eradicate these kinds of surprises, you can update your employees regarding work progress in each department. As for your immigration center, it is essential to have an effective workplace communication to keep track of a client's progress. Agencies can even use technology such as Immigration Agency Management System to collaborate so that they do not have to meet every day to discuss updates. Apart from this, they can also look into other workplace collaboration tools and immigration agency software that will make the company's workflow transparent and improve workplace communication. One of the major problems employers face is providing work satisfaction. The reasons for this could be anything from rigid hierarchy to employers' biased behavior. In order to solve this, you need to ensure that you care for and listen to your employees. Most importantly, you need to adopt the strategies mentioned above and have effective workplace communication in your immigration center.